And welcome back to Ozarks Live. We're here with Jim Ray, member of the Hillbenders, local musician right here in Springfield. Doing well?
Doing good,
Hillbenders have been like out on the road, and now you're coming to town.
Yeah, we had a couple of weekends out. We were around the Midwest, did some Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and then we just got back from Colorado last weekend. And so all the shows are hanging on right now, and we're headed down to Eureka Springs on Friday, but then we're going to be at the Riff this Saturday, the 22nd, doing our WhoGrass show, a specialty WhoGrass show.
Yeah. So talk about how WhoGrass came to be.
Well, back in 2015, a gentleman approached the band, the Hillbenders, and we'd kind of seen him and met him here or there at different conferences or whatnot, and performances, and he was always kind of peeking his head around the corner. And his name is Lewis Myers, and he's the gentleman, one of the cats who started South by Southwest, and he ran Folk International, Folk Alliance. And so he had this kind of lifelong dream to create an acoustic bluegrass version of the Who's Tommy album, full length. So he was looking for the right band to kind of make it happen, and he liked our kind of rock and roll attitude and said, "Are you interested?" Well, I'm a huge Tommy fan, so I did it.
Sure. And
we toured around the country and around the world, really, for that 4 or 5 years. And now this, since we got such great reception, we followed up with kind of more a hit-laden show, something that tells the Who's story chronologically through bluegrass, album by album, hit by hit. It's more of a sing-along type thing. And so we're pretty excited. This Saturday at the Riff, we're going to be presenting the entire WhoGrass show. And we have our friends Jalopy opening the show. They're a great funky 4-piece band from here in town. So
now, do you find you're getting a wider audience by doing this? Because I mean, I remember when Tommy came out.
Sure.
And it appeals to rockers and things like that. First real rock opera out there.
Yeah.
Are you drawing in different people because you've put it in the bluegrass genre?
Yeah, definitely. We're pulling from the Who fan base, and we're pulling from a bluegrass fan base. So when we come to a market, and we can pull from those two. And the great thing is, 1969 is when it was released. Decades have passed, and a lot of these folks have matured musically too into Americana, folk, bluegrass music. So it's a perfect fit for a lot of folks. And
I'll bet you get some great reaction to that.
It's great, and we see people singing along, and they kind of get to relive it in a different context. But wherever they were when they first introduced to these songs, it kind of takes them back to that moment.
Sure.
And whether they're dancing or sing along, stomping, clapping their feet, we encourage all of it. It's going to be a good time with this great WhoGrass show this Saturday at the Riff.
Good stuff. Tell us about Hillbenders. How did you guys get started?
Oh,
are you all from around here?
We started, not all of us.
Okay.
3 of us started another band back in early 2000s called the Arkamo Rangers. Me and Gary Ray on bass, my cousin, and Chad Graves on the slide. And we had Dirty Dave Harp on the mandolin and Danjo on banjo, and they kind of went to pursue other careers, and so we kind of flipped. Met a cat on banjo named Mark Cassidy from California at a bluegrass festival. He hopped on board, and he knew a gentleman that he went to college with in Texas that played mandolin and sings. And so they came up. It was like an audition type weekend or get to know you type weekend or whatever. We changed the name to Hillbenders from there on out back in 2008 and been playing ever since with the same 5 guys. We just added a drummer, so that's the first change we've had.
Well, that's not bluegrass. Wait a minute.
A lot of people think that, but we got the great John Anderson.
Yes, it's the only reason I threw it in there.
Oh, that ain't bluegrass.
Yeah, I tell you, watching you all, in live performance, you look like you are just having a ball up there.
Sure, we have a blast, and that's why we keep doing it. It's why we've done it as long as we have. And performance for me, whether it's with the Hillbenders or anywhere else, is just a part of life. It's something I need. A lot of people need to jog or go golfing or whatever. They have that thing, that passion, and it's just, for me, that's no matter what style I'm playing or who I'm with or where I'm at. It's just what I love to do.
Hey, music is like therapy, whether you're listening to it or playing it, especially somebody like you.
Yeah.
What other bands do you play with around here? Where else do we see you?
Well, every Wednesday we're playing over at Time Timber. Hump Day Music is what we're calling it. It's me, Stevie Newman, and Brandon Moore, some great musical friends of mine, and we call ourselves the Time Timber All-Stars every Wednesday over there. So you can find us, you can find me at breweries and such. We also do tribute acts. We do the Creedence Clearwater Revival tribute, which is always fun. And, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We do a Marley Grass thing where we play some Dylan on the bluegrass instruments too. So I have to do a lot of different things. Sometimes it's just solo, sometimes it's with a band, and other times it's just spontaneous jamming and music making. So I'm all over the place with it. You kind of have to do that if you're gonna be.
Well,
now, here's the
beautiful. You got the
there's the info for the Riff.
Yes.
All right,
The
this
Riff.
Saturday.
Yep, doors open up at 7, and the jalopy will start the show off at 8 o'clock. Then we'll go on with WhoGrass about 9 o'clock. And then all these WhoGrass shows that we go and play, this is what I love about what the Hillbenders do is, we get a billing up, WhoGrass, and we kind of get that mojo working. But then at the end of each show, we try to do 20, 30, 45 minutes of our own stuff to kind of hook in those folks in there, and
Yeah.
everybody
Nice.
gets a little something. You know what I mean? And this is kind of the homecoming with our drummer John Anderson
Yeah.
on full time. So we're really excited about it.
Terrific.
And we're getting a little more funky, a little more country, and we'd love to see each and everybody out there at the Riff this Saturday.
Evolving every single day. I love
And
it. All right.
you'll introduce some people to some iconic rock music.
Absolutely.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what genre it's in, it's great music.
Very
Thanks
good.
for being with
Jim,
us today.
Thank you for what you guys do.
Hey,
we really appreciate
glad
it.
to have you on,
And
Jim
the whole
Ray.
crew,
Support
thank
live
you.
music.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Peace.